The folks over there at Jack's Pacific have no idea what they're doing. Well, hello out there, doll fans, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, basically I sit and talk about dolls. Sometimes it's Barbie, sometimes it's ILY, sometimes it's Monster High, sometimes it's a Disney princess, you get the point. My name is Daniel, and I am the Barbie book boy. Today, we will be taking a jaunty little saunter down the fashion runways of New York City. New York City! By discussing the ILY Forever Devil Wears Prada dolls. These two sassy little ladies are collector's dolls by Jack's Pacific and are available through Walmart.com. And at the time of this filming, they are on sale for $35 each from $50. I don't know if they're going to be available in stores. I think maybe they are actually in a few select stores, but I ordered mine online and they arrived just in time for the release of the movie. And are of course in celebration of the sequel to the 2006 movie. So it's been 20 years since the original movie. And at that time, I would have been in my early 20s. So the impression on little old small town me was significant. Because as a young, wide-eyed gay boy in small town America, I was desperate for any taste of what I perceived to be culture. I mean, I was completely enamored by shows like Sex and the City and Will and Grace. And while I realized that those particular shows haven't aged very well, at the time they were all I had. And this movie fits snugly into that realm, especially because the world of high fashion was just so alien to me, specifically as a person who considers himself to be well-fed.
You eat carbs, for Christ's sake!
Did someone eat an onion bagel?
The fashion industry historically doesn't have much of an appetite. It's not hungry right now. But I wasn't about to let that stop me from living my high fashion supermodel runway dreams. So you actually can't tell from the clip, but that video was filmed back in the days of the pandemic. So I totally blamed COVID for my modeling career not taking off. Anyway, when this movie came out, I was young and I thought the whole world of trendy New York fashion was super cool and mysterious. Not to mention that it stars two of my most favorite actresses of all time. One, Anne Hathaway, who kind of reminds me of all of my favorite people in the entire world. The people that I lovingly refer to as lovable weirdos. You know those people, right? It's the dorky theater kids. It's the band nerds. It's the kids who go out LARPing. To me, those are the best people ever. And of course, I don't know Anne Hathaway. I've never come within 1,000 miles of the woman. Unless you count this as meeting her. I'm just going to say it counts. I totally know her. But from her public appearances and interviews and stuff, I just get this impression that she's one of them, that she's one of us. She seems like a quirky, lovable weirdo, and I just adore her. And then, of course, the absolute legend that is Meryl Streep, who I believe can be best summed up in one sentiment.
Meryl Streep could play Batman and be the right choice. She's perfection. Whether she's divorcing Kramer, whether she's wearing Prada.
So how do these plastic pals stack up against my mighty expectations? Well, let's see. Starting with their boxes, each lady is in a window box where you can see the movie logo here, featuring the iconic red stiletto pump and the pitchfork heel. So both gals stand in front of a simple red background card inside their boxes. And the outside of the box is immediately identifiable as the ILY Forever Jack's Pacific style box. It's all glossy and iridescent, and it has the signature ILY tilted heart all over. And on the back of the box, we can see these stylized illustrations of both the characters. So starting with Miranda, we've got her walking into the office holding a copy of Runway magazine, for which she is the editor-in-chief. Famously, she's rumored to be based off of the real-life Vogue editor-in-chief, the notorious Anna Wintour, who recently retired last year after 37 years at the helm. And also pictured, we have this simple but informative blurb. It says, inspired by Runway magazine's fierce editor-in-chief Miranda Priestley, this doll has all the high-end fashion sense of Miranda herself. A tailored, asymmetrical, off-the-shoulder black top is paired with a pencil skirt with pleated hem and accessorized with a black patent, quote, leather, unquote, belt with statement gold buckle. A chic red and white swirl printed scarf and a deep purple, full-length faux fur coat completes the outfit. Accessories include a phone with quilted MP phone cover, designer bag with Miranda's catchphrase, and of course, iconic red pumps. This doll also comes with a copy of Runway and trend-setting sunglasses. That's all. On Andy's box, we get a similarly styled illustration. It's reminiscent of the scene where Andy walks into the office all smug after her big makeover and really shows that Giselle Bündchen and Emily Blunt what she's made of. Then Andy's blurb says, inspired by Andy Sack's dramatic fashion transformation while working for Runway magazine, this doll wears a fashion-forward outfit with luxurious touches. Black tweed jacket with pearl buttons and embroidery detailing is paired with a gold metallic miniskirt with grommet and metal ring accents. Her satin cami includes an all-over print of the signature silhouette. She's accessorized with an iconic houndstooth newsboy cap, a slouchy green purse with scarf accent, real chain necklaces, and are those fabric thigh-high boots? With her phone and 3 coffees and tray in hand, she's ready for whatever comes her way. Okay, that's enough chit-chat from me. I'm gonna go unbox these ladies and we will be right back. By the way, real quick, I just want to say I was wrong about their cards. It wasn't plain red. Once I got the dolls out, I could see a devil heel. So there you go. And after a considerable amount of time, we're back.
By all means, move at a glacial pace. You know how that thrills me.
And the first thing I want to do is talk directly to Jax Pacific. Jax Pacific, come closer. See this? I sliced my finger open trying to open your product, trying to free my dolls. Cut it out with the aggressive packaging. I have now officially bled for a fashion doll. Sadly, it's not the first time, and it probably won't be the last. But you wanna know what's even more sad? When I felt the slice, my first thought was, oh no, don't bleed on the dolls. Anyway, okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, the next thing we're gonna need to do is see the movie. We had so much fun that day, and in case you couldn't tell from the footage, I was going for a whole Nigel look, but we had an absolute blast, I'm assuming, since I'm actually filming all of this before we see the movie. So, editing Daniel, if you're watching this, let us know, did we have fun? But now let's talk dolls. Starting with Miranda's hair. She has got a severe blonde, blown out shoulder-length bob, parted here on her left side and then combed over to her right. And then she took the hair from the left side and pulled it back into a ponytail. Just doing a blood check. I want to make sure I'm not bleeding all over her faux fur coat. Okay, so there's about 9 pounds worth of product in this hair, but it's doing a good job holding her styling in place, which seems very on brand for Miranda, even though this hairstyle and color isn't exactly true to the character's iconic white coiffure, but it's a cute bob, even if it isn't necessarily Miranda's style. I'm struggling to remember who this blonde bob reminds me of. Anyway, she's got a super recognizable ILY face sculpt with its characteristic cartoonish eyes, which for the Miranda doll, they've gone with green instead of the blue-gray color of Meryl Streep's eyes. And again, I just can't think who these green eyes remind me of. Miranda's got on these large gold open hoop earrings and one of her beloved but dangerous scarves.
It's just Miranda wanted some scarves from her mez, and she did tell me yesterday, but I forgot like an idiot. And
her soft purple faux fur coat is so thick and beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it is fully lined on the inside all the way around. Underneath her coat, she's got on 3 separate pieces, starting with her black off-the-shoulder blouse with a surplice neckline that you can see crisscrosses here in the front. And it features these sheer sleeves that end down here at these black cuffs at her wrists. Both her blouse and her skirt Velcro here at the back, which for $50, I think I would have liked to have seen clasps or even zippers. But I guess with her coat on, you really can't see the difference. So at my house, at least, she'll probably be wearing her coat full time. Her belt is a studded faux patent leather, and I'm not going to undo mine, but you can see here that it actually does loop through the buckle, so you can actually open it up and take it off. And then she's got on this fantastic paneled pencil skirt with a pleated hem at the bottom. She's got on these sheer black seamed stockings, and of course, iconic red pumps. The whole thing is just so reminiscent of the scene in the movie where she arrives at the office for the first time and we see her getting out of the car. I just love all of these references to the original movie. But now onto her accessories. So first, she comes with this C-clip stand, and it's got little ILY hearts all over the actual pole. And the base itself is one of those ILY style hearts. And we'll get to this in a minute because I got a few things to say about it. But next, let's talk about these sunglasses. These are an obvious nod to the sunglasses that Miranda's wearing in the car in Paris with Andy.
Everybody wants to be us.
And I think I'm going to be keeping mine on top of her head like that. I like to be able to see their faces because I love these adorable ILY faces. Then she comes with a copy of Runway magazine, or the book as they call it in the movie. And naturally, Miranda being all work and no play, she has to have this with her at all times. It's just molded plastic, like it doesn't open or anything. But would you take a look at who made the cover? It's the ILY Forever Bambi. Were you even born yet when this movie first came out? For the life of me and my 1,000-year-old eyeballs, I cannot make out what it says on the cover. So I'll try to get closer up in editing and see if we can't see what it says. Hopefully you're able to read it for yourself. So to future editing Daniel, get to work. Miranda also comes with this black and gold faux alligator skin purse with a flap that actually opens. So inside they've just got a cardboard insert to help keep its shape. But I do believe that this purse is actually quite big enough that it can hold her copy of Runway magazine. Oh yeah, there is plenty of room in this purse for her magazine. But I'm actually going to leave the cardboard insert because I want to pose Miranda like holding the magazine in her arms. So I'm going to leave the cardboard insert inside mine. But of course the purse has to have a silhouette of the pitchfork high heel stiletto shoe and this iconic line that Miranda repeats multiple times throughout the movie.
That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all.
Lastly, Miranda's cell phone with the quilted phone cover and her initial, and then of course a hidden Mickey for the camera lens because this is ILY Forever. And you can see on the phone screen that Miranda is hard at work. She's checking her calendar for the day, and again, I can't make out what it says. So editing Daniel, get back to work. Okay, so that's everything for Miranda for now, or to quote the lady herself, that's all. She'll be back in a minute. Now onto this gal.
My name is Andrea, but everybody calls me Andy.
Overall, I think this entire look might be inspired by one of the scenes where Andy is delivering the book to Miranda's townhouse. She's got on this super stylish houndstooth newsboy cap. You can't even tell the difference, can you? Which one's Daniel? Which one's Andy? We don't know. Anyway, the cap is being held in place here by these plastic anchors, which I'm actually going to leave in because I don't want to damage the fabric. And also I kind of want the hat staying like secured to her head. I don't want it going anywhere. But we can still see her gorgeous long brown soft shiny hair underneath. I don't know why, but I always think of Anne Hathaway as having like long beautiful flowy mermaid hair. It just seems to kind of suit both her and the character of Andy. Anyway, this doll has a bit of box hair going on, but that's to be expected. But you can see that it's got like a nice little wave to it. So because of that, the box hair isn't like super noticeable. It's fine. She of course has an adorable cartoony ILY face with this pretty red glossy glossy lip going on. I don't know what you'd call that color. I think maybe, is that like a brick red maybe? Anyway, she's got on these gold dangly earrings and these lovely layered gold chains that are actually like real chains. And then she's got these matching gold bangles with black stones, all of which, the bangles, the necklace, the earrings are all very shiny and pretty. And all I gotta say is thank goodness, because at this price point, there is absolutely no reason that a doll would have like matte plastic jewelry accessories. Just saying. Moving down, she's got on a black single-breasted tweed jacket with a lapel collar and these pearl buttons. And it's a good quality. It's nice and thick and stylish, the design of which almost kind of reminds me of like a Chanel tweed. It's giving very Chanel vibes, right? Anyway, the jacket's got a few embroidered details. So on her right sleeve is the embroidered iconic silhouette of the shoe. And then on her left, she's got a gold heart with the letter A inset, of course, obviously for her name, Andy, or Andrea. And then on the front, we see the ILY logo. So I guess it isn't Chanel after all. Maybe it's an ILY original design. Under the coat, she's got on a cream satin cami top. And again, the signature high heel silhouette printed throughout, kind of all over the front. And it does continue on around to the back, which Velcros once again. And then her gold metallic mini skirt with the grommets and these metal ring accents that were mentioned in the blurb on the back of her box. And same as the top, her skirt just Velcros. And like Miranda, Andy has on sheer black tights with the seam going down the back. And these fabulous actual fabric thigh-high boots with their cute little, I think it's almost like a Cuban heel. I think they might be a little too high for Cuban heels. I don't know, it's hard to tell at the scale, but they have a similar shape to them as a Cuban heel. As for Andy's accessories, she's got this plastic green slouch purse, and you can see that it's got the tilted ILY hearts running up and down. Her purse is also open, so she could carry a copy of Runway if she wanted as well, but again, I'm gonna leave the cardboard insert in there just to help hold the shape. The purse has this scarf tied to the handle, and it's got a plastic anchor keeping it closed. I might cut that off. Okay, so I removed the offensive plastic anchor, and you can see that it's got this like chain pattern on it. You know, this kind of looks like one of the Versace scarves to me. And if that's the case, then it would seem Andy has come a long way from wearing,
I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater, for instance.
So Andy also has her phone with the hidden Mickey camera lens and what appears to be a liquid glitter waterfall case with her name inside of it. But the pieces don't actually move, so we have to use our imaginations. Just pretend it's all swirling around in there. And then on her phone screen is her to-do list, and I can almost see this one. It says pick up something. I don't know. Editing Daniel, get to work and zoom in on that, would you please? So we can see that she's a very busy gal, I can say that much. But she still managed to find the time to go for a coffee run. She got one for Miranda, one for Nigel, and looks like maybe Emily didn't want hers. Maybe she finally got that stomach virus she was hoping for and called into work sick. So then Andy took Emily's coffee from her. Like her trip to Paris. Anyway, all of the cups are removable and they have removable lids. They also have thumb holes on the cups. That way each gal can hold her own cup of Starbucks, hot Starbucks. And since Nigel isn't actually here, I'm just gonna take his for him. Oh, this isn't non-dairy. Okay, I want to circle back to these stands because the truth is I kind of feel like the folks over there at Jakks Pacific have no idea what they're doing. These stands are awful. The C-clamp like sits down on top of the stem and it isn't adjustable. It doesn't slide up and down. And what I have found is that sitting on it like this, it isn't really at the right height. It's actually positioned a little too high. And because of that, their little feet don't quite reach the base of the stand, so they like wobble in place. I've been able to like manipulate it a couple times and angle their feet down, but like once you get them in position, you absolutely cannot touch them. And then the base, I feel like it's not big enough for the heft and weight of these dolls. They're a little bit top heavy, so they like lean forward and they're like always on the brink of like toppling over. So I love the dolls, Jakks Pacific, but with these stands, you need to go back to the drawing board because these are not it. But aside from this piece of junk. I'm pretty happy with the dolls. So there you have it, the 2026 ILY Forever Devil Wears Prada collector dolls. Two dueling divas of gargantuan fashion greatness. Two leading ladies of luxurious couture labels. I had so much fun with these gals today, and I assume I had fun at the movie. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today as I liberated yet two more plastic pals from their cardboard cages. I'm going to be doing these little doll reviews weekly, so if this is your thing, then stay tuned. And if you're still here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think of these two gals. Do you have them? Do you plan on getting them? Are you going to see the movie? Now, if you'll excuse me, Miranda pushed the run-through up half an hour, and she's always 15 minutes early, which means I'm already late. Bye!